My name is Keith Rackett, and I'm about to make the most explosive criminal accusation claim in all of human history. But you will be directly preventing harm to the President of the United States. You will be protecting him if you report this to the Secret Service as many times as you can, because it sounds so unbelievable. The CIA is fighting for his life right now, so they don't have the time to report it to them properly. They're the only ones that can do anything to fucking stop it, for real. I have been the victim of so many crimes that me and my daughter are in constant danger. She is currently trafficked under color of law by the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office and the Pinellas County Courts to maintain a cover-up for their original crime against me. That was a Baker Act. They showed up with no paperwork at all. They needed it for the Florida level, federal level, and the constitutional standpoint from it. That's 3 different charges right there, all felonies. I asked the cop if he had a warrant and any paperwork. He told me, go fuck yourself, I don't need to show you shit, and then punched me. But ironically, hitting them back and taking care of my rights is actually how you prevent them from charging you in that type of situation in the first place. Let's not talk about the whole middle, it's not important. It went shooting from a little punch from a cop, put in the VA for a couple days on a sham Baker Act, and then all the way up to literal spy games because I found so much great legal information out on the way. I know I look kind of like a meathead, but I used to look a lot more like one. I was 50 pounds heavier before this all started. This shit has felt like a fucking deployment. It's 9 months of hell. Literally, exactly. It's like an on-soil deployment from domestic soil. I finally made it to the CIA, and I found out some great information from them and learned a lot. But one of the scary ones is that they have something called the FISA warrant. When somebody's a true enemy of the United States, they go ahead and get this warrant, and it allows them to literally manipulate everything in their phone and kill them by doing that. They'll use it against foreign enemies, where they'll combine media manipulation plus the manipulation in the phone to make it seem like they're a violent criminal and get their own people to go after them. Things like that, which is exactly what has been happening to me. I have been fighting these Israeli agents for 6 fucking weeks because I stumbled into something while having fun. I was messing around on ChatGPT and just poof, it's got some wacky shit thrown in there. The implications though were extreme, and when I started looking into the company and digging in on the app as well into the owners and the structure of the companies, it was bad. It was no longer just a fun little civil lawsuit I was planning. It was like, holy shit, this is a nightmare mode. This is the Israel connection. Fuck, it's the tech industry. So it whipped itself around on me. People thought I was crazy. I was calling in treason for Sam Altman. Why even believe him enough to even look at what he's talking about? I forgive the 3 Army CID agents that didn't even look at the evidence I gave to them. Because if they saw it today, they'd probably be fucking shocked. And I'm not gonna make them look at it either because Sam Altman fucking poofed it. He committed obstruction. It must have been so strong that they were actually committing misprision of treason. It's a fun little obstruction statute that you can use against the police, where they have a positive duty to protect your rights. So like an investigator, he has to investigate, that's his job, that's how he protects your rights. So there's all the little things like not being an asshole and just kind of being generally polite, but his real job is to make sure you and your children are safe from crime. If they don't do the normal thing, which would be just accept the report and investigate it, like see what it's about. Or they hang up on you when you say that your child's been kidnapped, even if you say color of law. Then they just hang up and you go ahead and file away at the courts and get some records, then they're a criminal. It's a felony. But you need to prove that there was some inaction. I kind of went crazy with it and I was like, how can you prove inaction when you're an aggravated father that's getting a little aggressive? So if I'm doing something that would be aggravated harassment every time in front of an FBI agent, as soon as they deny my child help, they're all a felon if they don't arrest me for literally threatening them. Let's just leave that there. It got way crazier, but it turned into a RICO nightmare from hell. So the government was responding fantastically to this shit. Although they pretend the way I file in court is not allowed. That's not allowed. They're not allowed to tell you what you can and cannot put on a court document. You can put whatever. Go put a blank piece of paper or your kid's Crayola drawing. They can't tell you no. It's not something they can do. So then I extended that from there. I was using it on ChatGPT and all of these more powerful people that use the legal system where we're going to whip it around on them with actual notice versus constructive notice. I run a YouTube page that's viral. It's all about government misconduct, and it's what they did to me. It's all directly linked to Sam Altman's crimes. He jumped into it because I don't know, he thought I was a little shit talker or something. Exactly like Ron DeSantis did, earning a treason charge. And they banked on the constructive notice side of things. That's what they were fucking banking on. If you do a YouTube video and they see it, they should sue you for defamation if you're making some crazy accusations, but you technically can't get a criminal charge. Oof, if they're formally notified though and they receive it guaranteed, it's like, fuck. Then they're actually obligated to not obstruct the records and clamp it down until somebody investigates. That's what I did to Sam Altman. That's what I did to Dario Amodei over at Claude. That's what I did to a whole bunch of people. They're the smarter individuals you get with that. They play all the legal games and then you twist it around on them. Maybe it gets a little dicey at some points. And then you go crazy with it. You go crazy with it for real. I mean, write a fiction that blasts through their mandatory report system, attach it to their criminal accusation and a little bit of evidence, and then they're notified. Because, oh my God, if you threatened to get violent with Sam Altman, it would have to get to his desk. Boof! Actual notice was achieved, 100%. Like hundreds of times. He obstructed the shit out of it and just deleted the entire record. Poofed out of existence. Him and Dario, actually. They both tried. So I just went right back at him. I opened up another account, did the same fucking thing. There's apparently all these violent threats against ChatGPT's owner, Sam Altman. And they said at a hearing that I hate Jewish people. I love Jewish people. It's one particular Jew that's committing a crime against me. It has nothing to do with his religion. It doesn't. Nothing. He was just Sam Altman doing some cybercrime bullshit, and I didn't like it. Until it turned into evidence of treason. It was bad. Like, oh shit, he's an Israeli asset. He can't fucking stop because if I get anywhere in the court, he is cooked. It all jumped out at me like that. Oh my God, we're in the Israel connection, we're in the tech industry, we're in the rich guy land. Holy fucking shit. That's here and there directly related to what I'm about to say. The President of the United States is in grave danger right now, and the only fucking argument is whether actual notice has been achieved. It doesn't matter if actual notice was achieved for the president, though. Myself and Mark Zuckerberg have positively affirmed it to each other that we have both received this crime accusation, and there's enough evidence, obviously, to keep pushing forward and fighting against the guy that's fucking doing it. The CIA jumped in with us because I'm taking away all their crimes. Go ahead, forget about that shit. You get these guys however you fucking need. Spy games, cyber games, knives in the dark. I don't give a fuck. Take care of them. You're the only ones who can stop it. We're unique in that we are the weapons against this motherfucker that are able to beat this guy. And all three of us need to work in combination. But we need to be working hard at other shit right now. So if anybody can just push this through to the president, he is in grave danger, whether he reads his DMs or not, I promise you. And I'm sorry that I did that. But it was the best plan I could do. I was getting killed. I was having an act of treason committed against me, and there's 100 cops outside my door waiting to just get an authorization to kill me. So I gotta stay nice and calm while I'm doing this. I wasn't getting any effect from begging for my life and talking about this, that, and the other thing. So I just said, fuck it. I knew this was gonna go to the NSA, and I just sent it. One big message, all combined, you can't separate out the context. I'm going to firebomb the White House to protect the president and his children and his wife, plus me, Keith Rackett, my daughter, and Mark Zuckerberg, from being victims of the crime of treason necessary to kill in order to cover it up. That would go ripping through the fucking NSA's Patriot, whatever they call it. Patriot Act, yes, I used that the other day. That was the idea. Actual notice was achieved by the NSA, and they have to fucking do something about it. But nobody's moving fast enough. I'm having serious medical problems right now. I actually can't go to the fucking VA until this is validated and accepted by the Secret Service. They're the only ones. I could let Kash Patel do it and be nice, but he's been helping. Not enough. I'm going to help him anyway. The problem is, though, is that it's Benjamin Netanyahu that is fucking doing this. He extorted and murdered CIA agents in order to steal a FISA warrant on a citizen, me. And he's been destroying my chance at getting my case built because he knows it's going to end up. Now, do I want to hurt all Jews? No, absolutely not. Do I want to hurt all Israelis? Hell no. Is their leader starting war against us right now? Hell to the fuck yes, though. He's currently still preventing me from being able to get a record because the president has just not seen the DMs yet. Me and Mark Zuckerberg have. We told him this shit. I have it in my fucking Instagram stories. Coach_Racket. Go look at it. You'll be shocked. He's doing anything he can to kill any American to save 30 seconds of his time and prevent maybe a war. There's no way to prevent a war at this point. There has been positive notice to congressmen. Congressman Thomas Massie is sitting on voicemails because it's the weekend, I think, or maybe, I don't know. I'm losing track of the days. They're haunting me. I sent him about 30 to 40 calls, voicemails. I did 20 last night, and it pissed off somebody at the FBI that was listening to me. And they were very focused on the legal filing side of things and what it did to the FBI. It basically shut them down entirely where I can no longer be prosecuted by them. Like at all. And that's not a joke. That's not some sovereign citizen bullshit. I want the case to go forward. The federal court won't do it. Who the fuck knows why, other than they're guilty. They told me there was no court anymore. Okay, shit. What does that mean? Nothing. They've been telling me nothing. This is going to help get my daughter back better than anything else that could have happened. And it's like, sorry, Mr. President, but really, you were the guy to go to. Your DMs are now a hotbed of criminal activity, but not by me, not by you. Definitely not by Mark Zuckerberg. He's slamming it through using our accounts. It's fucking awesome. He's ramming my stories through to make sure it goes in as fast as possible. And I have to be filming this on another person's phone while I was waiting to die for hours. Because mine doesn't work at all. I can't make a phone call, shit. I can't make it to anyone at this point. It'll only go to 911 because they're the guys sitting outside the fucking house. If anybody from anywhere else in the country were to call and report this to the FBI HQ tip line, even just mild understanding of this, just saying the president's in danger and Keith Rackett and Mark Zuckerberg are fucking helping him. The CIA's already cooking. They'll be obligated to do something. If you say treason, the president's in danger, you need to help him, it's got to go up. Shoo, inaction is no longer possible. Inaction by just not making the phone call is punishable to every American citizen that hears it. So I'm sorry, guys. You don't have to believe me. Some of you will, and it will only take like 10. They'll get fucking screaming here. But they're not going to be kicking in my door like the guys outside. They're going to be telling them to leave fucking immediately while we process this evidence. And the evidence is sitting right there. They need me because I'm the guy that built the fucking case that Sam Altman is terrified of. Because it terrified all of Israel, apparently. It's too clean. They can't fight it. Especially not with lawyers, because my constitutional rights are protected implicitly. 100% guaranteed. They have been fucking destroyed in the last couple weeks. I've still beat this man. I beat this man by figuring out little button combinations to push to break through the FISA warrant just enough to get a slamming actual notice through. We will cook this thing to completion, and we will win 100%. Mark Zuckerberg has the technology side, I've got the legal knowledge side, and the fucking evidence. The CIA can be the muscle behind the scenes because that's what they've always been. They can stop being the intelligence for a foreign nation, and we can be good friends here moving forward. I'll forget a whole lot of shit that happened. I love you all, I appreciate you all. This has been the hardest year of my fucking life. And what started with a little punch escalated all the way to the fucking Israeli Prime Minister trying to kill the US president to save his ass. He thought he was going to kill just me. But now you got to kill Mark Zuckerberg, you got to kill Congressman Massie, you got to kill everybody. Everyone. And he's showing that he fucking will. So anybody in the US government that gets this, you got to fucking take it to the guys who really make the action happen. Get this in front of SEAL Team 6, man. I'm being serious. Like, fucking move. If you need to give me a call, 719-290-1594. My own people have thrown me away as a delusional crazy man because I keep getting Baker acted. But everyone is longer and more vicious and violent than the last. But it has less paperwork and less fucking due process. I know today they're just kicking through that door with fucking assault rifles. God damn. I cannot be taken for a third attempt by these guys because it's to get away with the crime. My daughter is a tool of human trafficking, exactly like you see in the fucking Epstein files. Committed by the exact same fucking people when it comes to the end of the day. And I think it honestly started with them anyway. Because I was classified as a domestic terrorist from the very first second my ex made a report, due to my veteran status and my ability to go viral. DHS felt a certain type of way about citizens arrest statutes, and they're about to be used on them quite a bit because of this shit. But I think it'll be the federal agents doing their fucking jobs. Because the Secret Service is going to be smacking around for me. I appreciate you guys. If you got any questions, just send me some comments. I'll answer as soon as I'm out of the hospital. You cannot let me get taken by anybody else. It has to be the Secret Service. If it's anybody else, they have a reason to cover it up. I've busted up every fucking agency in this government. The legal work proves it. I cannot leave the fucking house until the Secret Service shows up. They gotta be my escort to the VA to make sure they don't Baker Act me or try to get rid of me some other way. Because there's people at the VA looking at constructive murder charges, for real. They're going to prison forever. They refused me medical care when I was in the clearest medical crisis of all fucking time, where people were like, you need to be running, my God, like, you need help. I said, yeah, I just came back from the hospital. They told me it was a sunburn. I have liver damage and kidney damage and heart damage from the last year. I'm a fucking disabled veteran that has his rights taken away. And they just won't stop hurting us. Me and my daughter didn't do shit wrong. Now they're looking at me like an asshole because maybe I do punch a couple of them in the fucking head. You know, but after they prove they're a criminal. I'll let you fulfill your duty first. Oh, my kid's not cool enough to be taken care of and protected? Pow, right to the kiss on. That's justified for any parent. Let's be for real. When it comes to where it counts, I'm doing what I need to do to prevent a whole lot of danger for even the people downstairs. Please help us. Get this out to them as fast as you can. Email it to the NSA. Just flood the shit out of it. This is such a complex legal case that is only really understood by me. They're fucked if it goes past this point. That's why they're going to go crazy. The last one was a human trafficking under color of law event where they tried to nerf me for shit. I'm taking 10 different medications at all times unless I could never get out. And then they kept me there for 60 days. And they tried to keep me for 6 fucking months. And then if they do the 6 months, they can just repeat and repeat and repeat. Thank God that didn't happen. Thank God for all of you. I think that's why.